pierce the skies as the angels of light clash against the legions of darkness. The fate of humanity is at stake. In a final confrontation, the forces of good and evil face off for the ultimate victory. This is the battle that will decide the fate of all creation. Who will emerge victorious? The fight between heaven and the forces of hell begins now. Since ancient times, humanity has borne witness to and been part of an invisible battle that has spanned centuries. This battle is not merely physical, but deeply spiritual, involving forces beyond human comprehension. Armageddon, the ultimate confrontation between the forces of good and evil, is approaching. It is the moment when all will be unveiled, and the truth will ultimately triumph. The sacred texts speak of this ultimate battle, a war waged not merely with human weapons, but involving mighty celestial beings, angels, and demons, fighting for the fate of all creation. But what do we really know about this battle? How will heaven and hell collide in the ultimate battle for dominion over the universe? In this video, we will delve deeply into biblical prophecies and uncover the events that will culminate in the great day of Armageddon. We will explore how this ultimate battle represents the culmination of millennia of conflict between the forces of light and darkness, and how the fate of every human being will hang in the balance. The struggle between good and evil is not merely a metaphor, but a profound reality depicted in the sacred scriptures. Since the dawn of time, this struggle has played out at the very heart of creation. In the beginning, before time as we understand it, a rebellion took place. A mighty being, created to serve and protect, rose in defiance against the Creator. This being was Lucifer, the bearer of light, who in his arrogance sought to seize the throne of God. Lucifer, along with a host of angels loyal to him, was cast out of heaven. Thus, he became Satan, the adversary, the one destined to bring destruction and chaos upon the world. Since then, Earth has become the battleground for this spiritual war, where angels and demons clash for the fate of human souls. Yet Armageddon, the ultimate confrontation, will signify the climax of this saga. The Bible reveals that in the end times, evil will gain in power. Satan will rally his forces for the ultimate battle, but he will be opposed by Archangel Michael, the commander of the heavenly hosts. This will be the most pivotal moment in all of human history. The heavens and the earth will tremble under the immense power of this confrontation. Armageddon is not merely a physical battle. It is a spiritual war for the dominion over souls. Satan knows his time is short and will unleash his full fury against God's armies. Yet the outcome has been ordained since the beginning. Light will always prevail over darkness, and the victory has already been secured by the Lord. Now let us examine the 7 seals mentioned in the book of Revelation. These seals represent catastrophic events that will unfold before the ultimate battle. Each seal symbolizes a divine judgment that prepares the world for Armageddon. The first seal, the conqueror on the white horse. The first seal unveils a rider on a white horse. He bears a bow and is given a crown, setting out to conquer. Light will always prevail over darkness, and the victory has already been secured by the Lord. Many will follow him, believing that he will bring prosperity and tranquility. This rider symbolizes a deceptive peace, luring nations with empty promises. Many will follow, convinced that he brings prosperity and tranquility. But this peace is only an illusion, setting the stage for the events to come. The second seal, the rider on the red horse. The second seal is opened, revealing the rider on the red horse, who brings war with him. The earth will be engulfed in violence, with nations rising against each other. The deceptive peace of the first seal is shattered, and the chaos of war begins to reign across the world. The third seal, the rider on the black horse. When the third seal is opened, the rider on the black horse appears, holding a scale in his hand. He symbolizes famine and scarcity. Food will become so scarce that it will cost a fortune to feed a single person. Inequality will reach unprecedented levels, with many suffering while a few hoard their wealth. Millions will stand on the brink of despair. The fourth seal, the rider on the pale horse. The fourth seal unveils the rider on the pale horse, followed by Hades. Together, they will bring death to a third of humanity. Death and destruction will spread as plagues, famine, and violence engulf the planet. This marks the point where devastation becomes global, with millions of lives lost in a brief span of time. These four horsemen are merely the beginning of the judgments that will befall the earth. What is to come will be even more devastating. The fifth seal, the lament of the martyrs. The fifth seal is opened. The souls of the martyrs are revealed, those who were slain for their faith, crying out to God for justice. They cry out, "How long, O Lord, holy and true, until you judge and avenge our blood on those who dwell on the earth?" The answer is that they must wait a little longer, until the number of their brethren is complete. This seal reminds us that while judgments unfold, there is a cry for justice that echoes from the heavens. The suffering of the righteous will not be forgotten, and divine justice will be fulfilled. The sixth seal, signs in heaven and on earth. The sixth seal brings a series of cataclysmic signs. A great earthquake will shake the earth. The sun will turn black as sackcloth, and the moon will turn red as blood. Stars will fall from the sky, and the firmament itself will be shaken. Mountains and islands will be moved out of their places, and the powerful of the earth will hide themselves, fearing the wrath of God. This will be the harbinger of the great day of the Lord, the day of judgment, when he will return to judge the living and the dead. Fear will grip everyone, for no one will be able to escape the wrath of God. The seventh seal, silence in heaven. Finally, the seventh seal is opened, and there is silence in heaven for half an hour. This is the moment of anticipation before the angels sound their trumpets and unleash the final judgments upon the earth. The silence reflects the gravity of what is to come. All of heaven waits in expectation for what will follow. These seven seals set the stage for the Battle of Armageddon, the final confrontation between the forces of good and evil. Satan, knowing that his time is short, mobilizes his legions of demons for the final confrontation. He no longer fights just to conquer the earth, but to challenge the very throne of God. Meanwhile, Archangel Michael, commander of the heavenly hosts, prepares to lead the final resistance. The Bible describes him as the great defender of God's people, the one who has battled against the forces of evil since the dawn of time. At the Battle of Armageddon, Michael and his angels will face Satan and his fallen angels in a battle that will determine the fate of the universe. This cosmic struggle between good and evil will not just be a contest for dominion over the earth, but for the salvation of human souls. Every choice, every action taken by human beings will have its weight on the scales. Those who choose to follow the light will find protection, while those who surrender to darkness will suffer the consequences of their choices. Armageddon will not be a silent event. It will be a violent and devastating battle, where nature itself will react to the power unleashed. Mountains will be toppled, the oceans will churn, and the earth will tremble before the magnitude of this confrontation. The sky will open, and legions of angels will descend to face the armies of darkness, while the infernal forces emerge from the abyss. At the center of this battle is Jesus Christ, the true leader of the forces of good. In Revelation, he is depicted riding a white horse, with his eyes like flames of fire and a sharp sword coming out of his mouth, with which he will judge the nations. He is not only the Savior, but the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, who will come to establish his eternal kingdom. This will be the moment of decision for everyone. The final battle will not only be fought in heaven and on earth, but also in the heart of every human being. Those who keep their faith in God will be saved, while those who surrender to evil will perish along with Satan and his followers. Friends, if this video has touched your heart and made you think, leave your thoughts on this topic in the comments below. Let's continue this conversation together. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and of course, share it with someone you care about. May God richly bless your life, and see you in the next video.